Hello again, and welcome back to DocTrack Administrator Training. With this lesson, we'll learn how to create DocTrack document saving rules to archive files in SharePoint. Database type document saving rules differ from the file system type because instead of a location on your network's file system, you specify a path to a document library. You can also give it a smart name and even a smart folder path like you would in your file system. But database document saving rules can also do something very special. They can fill in your SharePoint columns with data from the fields in the Sightline record. Remember the file system document saving rule we set up for customer purchase orders? Well, let's create another one for SharePoint, and you'll see what I mean. The type is Windows. The form is CO for customer orders. And the rule description is customer PO. Then in parentheses, I'll add drag and SP for SharePoint. On Attach Options, we'll attach it. And like before, we'll bundle it with the order verification. On User Access, I'll assign it to all Sightline users. Okay, that's all the same as before, but this time I'll change the archive location to Database. Now the form changes to collect the information this rule needs for SharePoint. In the version field, I have two options, SharePoint Local and SharePoint Online. Our version is Online. Next is the attachment description. I'll do the same thing here as I did before with the file system rule. I'll enter customer PO, grab the cust PO tag from the fields dropdown, add a space, and then paste the tag. Let's skip over the saving rule for the moment and look at the SharePoint credentials section. Unlike the file system saving rules, the credentials section is required for database rules. The credentials from dropdown gives us two choices, designated account and prompt. If you select prompt, then the user will be required to enter their own username and password to see the attachment. Selecting designated account will allow you to enter the username and password for an authorized SharePoint account. Then DocTrack users will be able to open only the attached files in SharePoint without having to give them regular SharePoint permissions to the site. I'll copy and paste the username and password for an administrator account here. Now for the saving rule. Because SharePoint is web-based, I need to get the web address for our DocTrack document library, and that's easy. On this tab, you can see that I've already logged into our SharePoint site. I'll just select the link to the DocTrack library and then copy the address. I'll go back to Sightline, paste it to my saving rule field, and delete everything after the library name and /. Now for the rest of the rule. Remember, our goal for SharePoint is to mimic the same file structure that we have in our file system. I could type the rest of the rule, grabbing the tags, etc. But to save some time, I'm going to select the customer PO rule for the file system and copy the portion of the path I want from the saving rule field. Now I can go back to my new rule and add it here at the end. Finally, I'll change the backslashes to /. And now I've got a fully functional document saving rule that will work with SharePoint. But we have some more work to do. Remember, we also want to configure the rule so that DocTrack will automatically fill in the column values in our library. And on our next lesson, we'll do just that. See you then.